beginning out west. And speaking of mild, big bridge in the jet stream built up right now around southern areas of BC. Yeah, Alberta. Saskatchewan, you can see those temperatures there. We got 12s at Vancouver and Victoria, and as Todd was just mentioning, Calgary right now sitting at 14 degrees, and Regina's at 4. Edmonton even at 5 degrees right now. It's even mild up towards the north. Fort St. John and BC sitting at 5 right now with cloudy conditions, and Fort McMurray 9 degrees with some sunshine. Yellowknife, though, is colder, sitting at -17. There is some colder polar air that's coming across parts of the Northwest Territories and then in over Hudson Bay. Feeling that in Iqaluit as well, with temperatures at around -21. Sudbury is a little bit colder, sitting at -10, as is Ottawa at -9, -7 at Montreal. In the Maritimes, -4 at Fredericton, -1 at Halifax, -3 at Charlottetown. And St. John's right now reporting clear conditions and sitting at -7 after they started off the week with a big snowfall. Taking a look at our timeline for cloud cover and precipitation. Here's snow and flurries that I mentioned. You can see it's in a band, running basically across the southwest of Nova Scotia and extending up into Halifax County. Some of that snow as well, sort of creeping its way up the eastern shore. It's going to be around over the next couple of hours, and temperatures are falling back down to and below the freezing mark. So be careful about some surfaces becoming a little bit slippery out there. Now, as we move towards and after midnight, that snow is going to be exiting east of the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. Fair bit of cloud cover, though, lingers into the start of the day for tomorrow. And throughout the day on Thursday, it remains cloudy, maybe with occasional peaks of blue sky or a little bit of sunshine. But there will also be some scattered flurries in the region. Winds for tonight are relatively light, and then in tomorrow's forecast, they're going to be out of the northwest. And they'll be sustained in a lot of cases between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour, with occasional gusts beginning up between 20 and 40. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight are still going to be colder for communities in New Brunswick. Most of those will fall into a range around -10 to -16, -8 at Grand Manan. For Prince Edward Island tonight, a lot of low temperatures headed down to around -7. And for Nova Scotia tonight, low temperatures mostly between -3 and -8. In the forecast for tomorrow across the north of New Brunswick, temperatures between -6 and -9. Low chance of a flurry throughout the day, isolated flurries. It's about a 30% chance for any given community. And same thing goes through central and southern areas of New Brunswick. High temperatures tomorrow, -3 for Campobello, -4 for Fredericton, -5 for St. John, and -6 for Moncton in the southeast. Prince Edward Island on Thursday, mostly cloudy, scattered flurries. That's about a 60% chance of a flurry throughout the day for any given community. And high temperatures between -3 and -6, including -3 at Surrey, -5 at Charlottetown and Summerside, and -6 at Cavendish and Tignish. Cape Breton for tomorrow with high temperatures between 0 and -3, and some scattered flurries expected there. Same thing goes for the north and east of Nova Scotia, where high temperatures will be mostly between 0 and -2. Northern and central areas of Nova Scotia for tomorrow with high temperatures between 0 and -3. So again, not particularly cold for early February. The Annapolis Valley with high temperatures for around -3. And on the south shore of Nova Scotia, most of the high temperatures will be around -1, -2. Now, I said some of these temperatures, some of these daytime highs, not particularly cold for early February, but there is some colder air that is going to be arriving through Thursday night and around for Friday and the upcoming weekend. Down to basically some flurries in the forecast now, though, for Saturday. Mix of sun and cloud for Sunday for New Brunswick. Colder temperatures. The daytime highs likely to be in the -teens. And same thing goes for Monday. The overnight lows could be pretty close to -20. And then a chance of flurries follows after that for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. For Nova Scotia in the outlook, we have some isolated flurries for Friday, and then flurries in the weekend forecast for both Saturday and Sunday, along with colder temperatures, especially during the nights and early in the morning. Colder air in place as well for the start of next week, with a chance of flurries on Monday, followed by a mix of sun and cloud for Tuesday and Wednesday. And for Prince Edward Island in the forecast for Friday, some flurries expected with a high of -6. And flurries on Saturday with a high of around -2, but down to -4 for Sunday. And then the big chills in place at the start of next week. High temperatures on Monday could be close to -16 for PEI, and then -10 on Tuesday before -6 with a chance of flurries on Wednesday.